Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
Bro Breaks back for you. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's alright. And we have our review from Stomping Grounds.
It's a little late, but hopefully you guys are still interested. Ended up being, I think, somewhat of a decent wrestling pay-per-view. And what I mean by wrestling is actual wrestling. Storyline-wise, I don't think anything got driven home or there was anything interesting going on. No real big shocks or anything.
Not at all.
But as a whole, I want to say it was a really good wrestling event. A lot of good matches took place, and this actually ended up being a pretty decent pay-per-view.
The name wasn't attractive at all.
No.
There was no need for this kind of pay-per-view, but like you said, wrestling-wise, I think it turned out to be a better show than the ones that we had before.
Yes.
A lot better than Super Showdown.
Yes.
If you ask me.
Much better.
And like we always said, also the smaller crowds make better. Like the atmosphere is a lot better.
I will definitely agree with that.
They help with the wrestling. They help with even the wrestlers. I think they enjoy that a little more. That's why they put a little bit of a better performance.
It seems to me more intimate.
Yes, it's an intimate show. It's more like NXT, like vibe, like
NXT. I want to bring up ECW there.
It's ECW there, yeah, back in the day. I will say, yeah, like intimate shows tend to be better, just because like the crowd is even more engaged.
Yes.
Rather than to see just 80,000 people that half of them they're not even care,
yes.
Or they're just there for the sake of being there.
Yes.
So we're gonna go through the match card and our thoughts about what took place and for Stomping Grounds. And the first match was the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes.
The triple threat.
Yes, Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and Akira Tozawa. And this match was phenomenal. A lot of good spots in this match. I believe this was on the pre-show again. I don't know why they continue to put the cruiserweights on the pre-show.
They always put them in the pre-show for no reason.
Now again, I remember we had this in the predictions that I think we both thought that Tony
Nese was going to retain the title.
But we did throw out that if anybody would win, it would be Gulak if the title would switch hands, and in the end, Gulak did pull out the win. I'm okay with that. This was fine with me if Gulak won. He has a very good character right now. He is kind of over with the crowd, I think. Decent wrestler. I don't think he's as good as Nese, but, in the end, he can pull off that character and, to me, can hold that title.
I remember that he was so over when he was the sidekick of Enzo Amore.
Yeah.
And when he was trying to be the president.
Yeah.
He has charisma.
Yeah.
Somewhere inside of that guy, he has charisma. He can pull out like a decent character. I think he's a decent. Yeah, I would say not even decent. He's a good wrestler. More like a submission specialist, and I think he is not. I want to say he deserved the championship, but I think it's okay for WWE to put the championship in him. Let's see what he can do with it. What will be able to come out of a reign for Drew Gulak. I feel that Tony Nese, his run was decent. I don't think that it should have come to an end.
It's a little short-lived.
To me, I saw the same thing that they did with Buddy Murphy, but I guess for WWE they wanted to have Drew Gulak as the champion, or maybe just because he's gonna fight Matt Riddle at Evolve, that could be a reason why they put the championship on him.
Yes.
And maybe Tony Nese will get it back in the next pay-per-views.
I want to say I agree with you there. I want to say putting it on Gulak makes him maybe look a little bit more of a formidable opponent.
Yes, for Matt Riddle.
Yes. So that's probably why they did that. I mean, I don't know. I think, again, Tony Nese still is a better athlete in a way, but as a character, Gulak definitely has more charisma.
That's the one thing that I will say Tony Nese lacks is charisma.
So.
I will say he needs a little bit more of a gimmick, something that he's remembered from.
And you know WWE. They love their guys with charisma. WWE loves everybody with mic work, stuff like that.
Yes.
They care more about that than they do people with in-ring wrestling.
That the wrestling ability. And Akira Tozawa is in every single championship match, never wins it. He was a cruiserweight champion once. He beat Enzo Amore for it.
Very lackluster though.
But he held it for what, like 2 weeks, and then
I don't even know if it was that.
And he went back to Enzo Amore. But I feel that it was a great match. Like we still comment every single pay-per-view why the Cruiserweight Championship is always featured in the pre-show. It should be in the main show.
It should be. I mean,
But the WWE bookers, they don't listen to us. They don't listen to any one of us, the fans. So I feel that the best part of the pre-show is always the Cruiserweight.
No doubt. They always put on a very good match. Until they come to their senses and actually put them on the main card, I don't know. I mean, because these guys always go in front of an audience where there's not a lot of people. People are still filing into the building. And, these guys can get a pop from the crowd just because of all the spots they do.
Yes. If you ask for my opinion on this, I will love for them to be in the middle of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the crowd is already kind of getting tired, but it's a way from them to get re-energized.
I would agree.
And then get ready for the main event matches. So it should be that kind of a pace. It will be get the cruiserweights, get the crowd excited, get them involved again, and then put the main event.
Yeah, because you always have that one match where people kind of slow down. It's a dead match. You can put that match on.
The bathroom break, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have that. You can put the cruiserweights on to kind of re-energize it.
Exactly, yeah. I feel that WWE doesn't get any advantage from that. They have they have a good roster full with great cruiserweights, and they don't take advantage of that. They don't use them at their full of their potential.
For me, I'm sure when it comes to pay-per-views, this is probably Vince McMahon's. He's the one that has to go through in the end for pay-per-views, because that's the main roster mostly for pay-per-views. So he's the one with the final say-so. So to me, he's probably the one that's fucking him over in the end.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think that's the end for that the Cruiserweight Championship match. Drew Gulak is our new Cruiserweight Champion. One of the good things about Drew Gulak is he's from Philly, so we're from PA, so we support that.
True enough.
So we're gonna give kudos to Drew Gulak, and we hope the reign is decent.
I would hope he deserves it. I mean, he's like I said, got a lot of charisma. Decent wrestler, and I think fans definitely pay attention to him or are drawn to him when he speaks. So,
I think that if they push him in a good way, he'll be a character that's going to be over.
I think so.
Way more than Tony Nese. Because one thing, for example, if you ask me, if you ask any regular WWE fan, if you ask him who's the Cruiserweight Champion, they're not going to know it's Tony Nese.
No.
They will not know.
No.
I wouldn't even go further and say they didn't even know who Buddy Murphy was. Or they would have said it was Alexa Bliss's boyfriend. That's what they will say, but they don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Right? But I think and I hope that Drew Gulak is able to pull up a character. Is able to create his own gimmick.
He should.
So he is able to be over, and in the same way the Cruiserweight Championship will be over. Will be featured more. So we're gonna move on to the main show, main card.
Here we have Becky Lynch taking on Lacey Evans yet again.
That was the first match that opened up the pay-per-view. I think that the match was kind of sloppy at times.
Very.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Lacey Evans. I don't know. Maybe I know definitely Vince is, because he has a hard-on for blondes with big tits. And I guess Kevin Dunn does too, with his buck teeth. But I don't know. Personally, for me, don't get me wrong. I love any beautiful woman. But to me, when it comes to wrestling, I want to see actual wrestling. And she cannot wrestle for shit. She cannot she probably couldn't wrestle herself out of a fucking paper bag. So to me, you watch the match. It's very sloppy. You can see that she fucks up on a number of occasions.
Her timing is not great.
No, very, very off. Becky, she does that springboard, kick in the corner. That was off because Lacey moved and that got fucked up, and that was Lacey's fault. I forget, there was another spot that Lacey fucked up. But they went back again to do that
and
spot.
then redid it.
They redid it because
they redid it.
They fucked it.
It came out really bad.
It did. It came out terribly because Lacey fucked up. And I don't know. I don't like her whole character where she's supposed to be a what is she? She's just a lady.
A lady. She's supposed to be a lady. She's supposed to behave like a lady.
One point she pulled out the handkerchief and she's wiping her armpits. How is that ladylike? You're wiping your armpits, I don't know. Whatever. To me, just don't like the gimmick. I'm not into it. She's a terrible wrestler. Not a fan.
I feel
beautiful woman, but
I feel that when it comes to Lacey Evans is too much too soon.
Well, no doubt. I mean,
she's not ready to have a main event match.
This is a woman who should still be in NXT.
It is a woman that should be in NXT, pulling up her craft, wrestling a lot of meaningful matches so she knows what kind of pressure she has to deal with.
Yes.
And then being able to come out of all of those situations, then we could be like, okay, she's ready to be a top contender. She's a top star. But they just feature her out of nowhere with those bullshit promos. Nobody really care about her. They were giving her the giveaway heat.
Yeah. The go away heat, yeah.
Yeah. And for that reason, people don't really like her. And she doesn't perform well in the ring.
No.
There's a lot of spots that she misses. So I feel that's the reason why also Becky Lynch's reign is not as great as it is. Her momentum is decreasing terribly.
Her momentum's gone. I don't think she has any right now, but that's not her fault. It's WWE's because of this bullshit rivalry that they've forced upon everybody.
Exactly, because she needs a top-tier contender.
She does.
She deserves a Asuka. She deserves a Kairi Sane. She deserves somebody that is going to be able to get the best out of Becky Lynch.
Yes.
Because we know that she's a great wrestler, but I don't even think that she's into this feud.
No.
You can tell by her
they don't have
body
chemistry.
language. Yeah, there's no chemistry. It's sloppy.
Very.
And at the end, of course, Becky Lynch retains the title. But, at the end, it's okay.
Yeah, nobody was into it. I don't think anybody was. And in going back to Lacey Evans, when they called all these people up, it was what? Lacey Evans.
And Lars Sullivan.
Okay.
Nikki
both of them, not ready. I'm sorry, Lars Sullivan was not ready. Okay? And look what they did. Fucked him up. Bringing him up. Now he's injured. He's out for,
9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
Good. Okay? I'm sorry. You need to get him more ready because he was not ready. Okay? He had go-away heat.
Yes.
From the way they were fucking booking him just to beat the shit out of people and not even having him wrestle. Okay?
And then they have him talk.
Right?
And then they have... you get a heel that only knows how to destroy people. You put him to talk. Yeah, great writing job right there.
Then you have, a guy who can legitimately wrestle. You had EC3 come on. Guy who can legitimately... He's good in the ring, good talker, can wrestle. They fuck him over.
Yeah.
Doesn't win a fucking match, nothing.
We haven't forgotten that he gave us the flu, but he's a decent wrestler.
He is. Go back and watch TNA.
He was Impact. He was the Impact champion.
Yeah.
He got a really decent rivalry with Matt Hardy.
Angle too. I remember with Angle.
And Kurt Angle, yeah. But they don't cash into that.
No.
And that's one of the bullshit things about WWE. If you ask EC3 on Twitter, he wants to leave.
Yeah. Do you blame him?
Yeah.
You blame him? I don't blame him.
He had a decent character, a decent heel that could be contending for the IC champ or the US championship.
No doubt.
Yeah. And even if you put Baron Corbin in the main event, why can you not put EC3?
No doubt. No doubt.
That's my thing.
Yeah. And then two, Heavy Machinery came up. They're good. They're a decent tag team. And right now, at least, they've been put in a position where they're fighting for the tag title.
At least they're having some kind of exposure.
Exactly.
And people are actually getting behind them. Because Otis is really fun.
Yes.
Otis is really fun to
Yes.
watch. The
Yes.
Caterpillar reminds me of the Worm, Scotty Too Hattie.
No doubt.
Too Cool, Gray Days. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
At least they're being utilized.
Yes, they're being utilized rather like... And see, Nikki Cross, the only reason that she's there is because of Alexa Bliss.
No doubt.
Because if she will be by herself, it will be like Sanity. All of them.
Right.
Gone.
Because the thing is, Nikki Cross is a good wrestler.
Is a great wrestler.
She can fucking wrestle, and she's not being utilized properly. The woman can fucking wrestle. What does WWE see? They see a woman that looks like a fucking freak because of her character.
And it's short and black hair, and just because of that, no exposure whatsoever.
Right? Okay? When you look at her, okay, go on Instagram, follow her, and look at some of her pictures without her fucking character. The woman is gorgeous.
She's a beautiful woman, and I want to say, Killian Dane, you're a freaking asshole for marrying her.
Amen.
So thanks for taking her away from us. So I'm not going to say F you, Killian Dane, but like, you're a lucky motherfucker.
Anyway, Becky Lynch won.
We don't really
Thank God.
we didn't really care much for it. We knew that there was not going to be a title change. Why? Because it's a smaller pay-per-view for like a smaller crowd. That what they pull out 5,000,
I think it was 6.
6,000,
Barely 6,000.
barely 6,000. So that
Okay.
tells you the state of the product.
The whole half of the stadium was tarped off because they couldn't sell the tickets.
Yep.
That was sad.
It is
Okay.
very sad because the same thing is happening in Monday Night Raw. The same thing is happening on SmackDown Live.
Yes.
And at least we would like WWE to accept those things rather than just start off all the building just to make us believe that it's actually sold out.
Yeah. Don't say, oh yeah, we're doing great. No. Admit it.
Admit it.
Yes.
Times are hard and things can be better. So we're going to move on to the next match in the card.
Yes. And this match surprised me. That was really good because it was kind of just thrown in there at last minute. But it was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on the New Day. I was really, like I said, I was surprised. This, again, kind of a rematch from SmackDown. But these guys pulled off a lot more than they did on SmackDown. I'm guessing they got maybe a little more wiggle room because it was a pay-per-view. And I was just so happy because the heels actually got a win. So, kudos to WWE for letting the heels actually win.
To unbury them for a little...
for
like 2 seconds.
For only 24 hours, back to Monday Night Raw, they get fucked over. But
unbury them, yeah.
Yeah,
unbury them.
But, you know, at least here they fucking won, and I was very happy with that. For me, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens need to stay a team. For anybody who actually does watch this, and I appreciate it, the wild card rule is in effect, so there is no more brand split.
Yeah, there's no brand split.
The brand split is gone.
It's over.
It's done.
It's done. Yep. If you don't think it's done, it is done.
It is.
Yeah, the Raw and SmackDown are two shows that are combined.
Yeah.
Whatever happens on Raw has an effect in SmackDown Live.
Yes. To me, they're really the same show.
It is. With different colors.
Yes. If you watch Raw, you're watching SmackDown, and you don't see any change. So, you know, it's really upsetting to me, and it's getting harder and harder to watch every fucking week.
And to me, I feel that at least for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win, it's good for them because lately they've been just buried.
Oh.
They've been buried numerous times throughout the weeks, and they don't deserve that.
No.
Kevin Owens is such a great wrestler, and so is Sami Zayn.
No doubt.
And
And I don't know about you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
You, but I'm tired of the New Day.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go there. It's been 5 years of the fucking New Day.
Right?
Split them up is a very worn out gimmick.
Yes.
Is like Jeb will say, is obsolete.
Right?
Is obsolete. I want something new. They should turn heel, Because to me, remember, Sami Zayn was actually portraying a really great character.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
Right?
Because, and I know, for example, you said Kevin Owens wants to, and Sami, they should be a team. But, like, Sami was doing okay for himself.
As a heel. Yeah.
As a heel.
But then all of a sudden,
put them together.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they know how to do. Why? They don't need to be together.
yeah.
They fought, like, 3 years ago, they fought every single pay-per-view against each other. And now they're together. They were a tag team already.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Sami was pulling a great heel.
Yeah.
It was a very nice opportunity for him to
Have a
finally
nice,
break
like,
out.
yeah, have a
be
nice run.
be a character of its own. And of course, Kevin Owens comes back. This fucking wild card rule shows up. They start going that way. And of course, Sami, done. Because once again, you got to be the sidekick of Kevin Owens. If I'm Sami, I will go back to Ring of Honor and I'll be El Generico again.
Go to fucking AEW, dude.
I will go to the AEW and be El Generico. I love him. Put the fucking mask and he's good. Because, for example, why... Okay, I'm going to give you some booking ideas here. Sami Zayn against Seth Rollins for the title.
That would be a fucking great
Does
match.
that bring more interest than Baron Corbin against Seth Rollins?
For me, no doubt. For some of the maybe idiots out there, they fucking think Baron Corbin's fucking...
Wouldn't you tell me that match at least is going to be a 4 out of 5? Between Sami Zayn
No
and...
doubt. For me, dude, honestly, I've been watching Sami Zayn for a long time. And he brought interest to me so much when I was watching NXT. NXT, when he was in NXT, I remember his match with Shinsuke Nakamura, but that was when they were both legitimate. Because in NXT, you're legit. When
Yep.
you come to the main roster, you get buried.
NXT portrays the wrestler and they make them legit. They portray them in a way that you think of them as what? As legit.
Yes.
But for some odd reason, you go into the main roster and you just become a fucking pest.
Yeah.
So to me, and you will agree with me, the fact that Sami Zayn has not even held a championship
It's ridiculous.
is fucking ridiculous.
It is. Well, look how long it took Samoa Joe to win one.
Yeah. And now he's gone.
Yeah.
And you think he's going to win against Kofi Kingston?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. So I feel that like it was a nice at least way for the heels to get something. Especially like Kevin Owens was so nice to us when we met him. And the guy deserves a little more.
Yeah.
It might not be my favorite wrestler, but as a wrestler and a character, he's a guy that is always does the best that he can.
Yeah.
When it has to be a heel, he's a great heel. And it is good in the ring.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
well, let's move on to the next match. As you can see, we're getting fired up because we are tired of so many things that are going on in WWE.
No doubt.
So the next match is...
It's the United States Championship match. Ricochet taking on Samoa Joe. Probably the best match of the night.
I will say that.
Um,
And it's because of who? Because Ricochet and Samoa Joe are fucking great wrestlers.
no doubt. No doubt. The only... I'm going to nitpick here, okay? The only problem I have here is... Why the fuck would you put the title back on Samoa Joe to simply take it off of him after what?
2 weeks, 3
Right.
weeks, yep.
Why would you do that? Why would you not, after Mysterio got injured, why would you not keep the title vacant, have a nice little tournament, and have it lead it up, okay, and have the two, whoever won the tournament, and have like a showdown for the title.
Yep.
Okay? I think that's better booking, and then you at least on Raw and SmackDown have things to do, okay, matches
For
and
the
everything.
mid-card, I
Right.
agree with you, yeah.
Okay? That books itself. Okay?
Exactly right, yep. I agree with you. To me, why is the reason that you put the title on Ricochet?
I already have an answer. I see them already having matches booked for Ricochet. Okay, I see them looking in the future and seeing, hey, okay, Mysterio's coming back. I see Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. I want to see Ricochet taking on Cesaro again.
Yeah.
It's Antonio Cesaro, by the way.
Antonio Cesaro, yes.
Okay, I see them already seeing that. They saw Antonio Cesaro take on Ricochet already, and they want to book that again. I see them booking all these types of matches. They don't see Joe as a legit candidate
Just because it is just because he's from TNA.
Well, he also because he's fat.
Yeah.
Joe, I know Vince is thinking that in his head. Joe is fat, so he's not legit. I know that is going on in that fucker's mind. You know, he is a fucking senile old man who has no idea what legit wrestling is about. So the man just, I don't know what is going on and rattling around in his brain because he only has 2 brain cells left maybe, but the man does not know how to book a fucking wrestling show anymore. So to me, if I'm booking it, okay, you have Extreme Rules coming up, I'm taking the fucking belt off Kofi Kingston and putting it on fucking Samoa Joe just to fucking mix things up.
And to me, Joe deserves to be the WWE champion.
No doubt.
And that way you can create more meaningful contenders for him.
No doubt.
More believable, because Kofi Kingston run is good. It needs to go away.
It needs to go away.
It needs to go away. And somebody else needs to be the number 1 contender there. A better face.
Yes.
Because to me, Kofi, on its own, he's not even a good face.
For me, dude, I'm sorry. We've talked about this before. I don't see him as a legit WWE champion. And it goes back to the fact that he's still with the New Day.
Yes.
He's still throwing fucking flapjacks into the goddamn audience.
Yes.
Okay? I'm tired of it. He comes out with a fucking belly shirt on, still with the New Day music, still with the fucking bootios and the goddamn ice cream and all the fucking shit like that, rainbows and fucking unicorns and goddamn shit like that. Stop it. To me,
he was never legit.
To me, a real champion goes back to people. I'm old school, okay? Maybe people like today don't find what I find legitimate. Okay? A real legitimate champion is old school. Okay? Back to the days of Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. You come out in a suit. Okay, and you hold the belt like that with a suit, tie.
Even Triple H, remember? When
Evolution,
Triple H,
no doubt.
Even
those guys were legit.
Bring the suit, bring the championship.
Even after that, when they split apart, Batista still came out in a fucking suit.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That's legit.
Even Randy Orton used to come out with a suit.
Right. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay? To me, you bring prestige to a belt when you dress nicely.
Yes.
Okay? I don't like the WWE forces the fucking t-shirts, okay, and their merchandise down your throat because they make you come out in their ring gear and their fucking like t-shirts and garbage like that. Okay? Bring a fucking suit out and the fucking title.
Exactly.
And wear, a nice clothing, okay? You're making a bunch of money all year long, okay? Dress nicely, make it prestigious.
Yes, and if you think about it, if you just go one step further, okay? Even fucking Jinder Mahal.
That's true.
As a WWE champion, wore a fucking suit.
How does that make Kofi Kingston look?
To me, those reigns are comparable with each other.
I'll agree.
Nobody really cares. I understand why they did it. They wanted to give the underdog the championship. Okay. But it should have been taken away from him.
Immediately.
Maybe, yeah, the first or second month.
I agree.
Not that long.
Yes.
And to me, I know you probably think I'm biased. Maybe I am, but put the title on fucking Ziggler. He's a hell of a wrestler. Maybe I'm a fan of professional wrestling, and that's my problem. Because I do like people who know how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And in the case of Dolph Ziggler, that's your answer. He's a fucking great wrestler. He has a great character. But of course, you make him look like an asshole, even up to like Tuesday. Of course, we knew that he would. I thought that he was going to be added to the match and it was going to become a triple threat match. No, he loses, of course. Now go back to your comedy shit. Go back to the club scene. Thank you, Dolph.
That's the problem with Ziggler.
But that's his own problem because he should have been gone to AEW.
To me,
he likes money too much.
That's the thing. I think with Ziggler, that's why I don't respect Dolph Ziggler. I think he's not a fan of professional wrestling, and he's more so there strictly on a money basis because he likes to lounge at home more so and do his comedy stuff.
It seems that way. And it's sad because he's a hell of an athlete.
Oh, no doubt.
He's a hell of an athlete.
No doubt.
And that hurts. But going back to the United States Championship match, It was a great freaking match, but in my way of booking it, I would have kept the title on Samoa Joe. Ricochet is a hell more of a character that you need to put a championship in him.
So you're saying you don't need it. You don't need.
He doesn't need a championship right away.
I agree with
Samoa
that.
Joe will bring more prestige to the title. Why? And mainly why? Because he's a hell of a heel. Out of all the heels in the WWE roster right now, he's the best heel.
I agree with that.
His mic work is spot on.
I agree.
Flawless.
No doubt. And it's been like that for months. The
Yeah.
only one that rivaled him and was better than him to me was Ciampa, but he got injured.
Yes. And we're talking about a star from NXT. Not even in their own WWE roster. So, like Ryan said, I completely agree with him. Why in the fuck would you put the title on Samoa Joe so in 2 weeks it's going to be taken away from him?
To me, that devalues Joe's value. You know, you have a great athlete in Samoa Joe, but then you make him look like an asshole by having him lose after putting the belt on him, and that devalues the title.
Yeah, and it devalues his character.
It does.
Every time that he opens his mouth, you're going to be like, the shit that you said is legit, but you never are able to back it up.
No.
You're not being able to back it up because every time that you say something, you lose. And another point, and that will conclude this part of the review, is the stories that WWE are telling us are so incomplete.
They don't make sense.
They were portraying a thing with Rey Mysterio's son.
Yeah.
With Dominic. What the fuck happened?
Well, not only that, okay.
They're so incomplete.
With Joe, too, okay, how the fuck does he deserve a WWE Championship match now?
When he just lost.
When he just lost the U.S. title.
So, like, you're just gonna show up out of nowhere, and then, oh yeah, and right away, you see, that's the worst thing of WWE right now. You do whatever bullshit in Raw, and then the next day you have a championship match.
Because that's where, again, WWE, right? All the McMahons come out. We're going to start making this show, and we're going to start listening to the fans, and things are going to start mattering now.
New era.
All of that shit went out the window the second I heard it. Okay, it went one ear and out the other in my eyes because I knew it was all bullshit. Okay, and fans tried. I know, social media, everything. This is going to be a new era, and people were defending them. I knew they were all full of shit. Okay, and they're still doing it. I knew right away this was all going to be bullshit, and it was.
Yes.
Okay, look. Okay, they're still doing it. Samoa Joe. Okay, and I'm obviously. I mean, you guys know it now. We're going way past stomping grounds now.
Yes.
But Joe attacks Kofi Kingston, and how does that grant you a fucking title match?
That's my question. So you just attack somebody from behind, and then you get a championship match.
Yeah. What happened to number one contendership matches?
We've been ever since we started this beautiful podcast that we have. We've been saying what happened with the number one contendership match. It used to be a match that people actually wanted to see.
Yeah.
And it used to feature two athletes that were in the same level with each other, and you will think one of them will be the next contender then. You actually could pick.
It would be better.
And if the rivalry was so good between each other, they will be added to the championship match. And then it will become a triple threat.
But that's something, too, that could take up a match on a match card on a previous pay-per-view. That would lead up to the next pay-per-view. Okay? Then you have a whole feud, okay, leading up to the next pay-per-view.
Exactly. Like, for example, okay, Samoa Joe attacks Kofi Kingston, but at least put him against AJ Styles. Put him against Ricochet for whatever matter you want to do it. Put him against Baron Corbin. And then find a way to get a championship match. Make them earn the stuff. Earn the things.
It's so far beyond my thinking.
The way
right
that
now.
people book nowadays is so senseless.
It is.
It does not make any sense whatsoever that you just attack somebody that is actually from the other show, because Kofi Kingston is from SmackDown and Joe is on Raw, right?
Yeah.
So you just show up, you attack him from behind, and all of a sudden, you're the number one contender.
But that's what, again, it's ridiculous booking, and it's only WWE that's doing this booking. It's not like it's other shows. Like I don't see this on TNA.
I don't see that on
AEW's
TNA.
not doing this shit. No, obviously AEW doesn't have their TV deal yet. It's in October.
We don't know how that's gonna play out.
No.
We don't know how that's gonna work.
But right, it's ridiculous the way they're doing this shit,
yes.
and that's again why you need to cut back all the programming that you're doing on WWE. Raw needs to be 2 hours. Okay. You need to just dial it back a bit.
I feel that as a fan, there's no way to keep up.
No.
Unless you're a bum that doesn't do anything, that you don't have a job, that you don't do anything more than sitting at home watching WWE. That's the only way that you can keep up.
It's far too much.
But it's like Raw, 3 hours. SmackDown, 2 hours. NXT, 1 hour. Pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
You forgot 205 Live?
205 Live.
But nobody watches it because it's too fucking much.
And also because it's always after SmackDown.
Yeah.
So who's gonna want to watch that? They put on a few times I watched. They put up great shit, but nobody watches. Even you can see, if you see the crowd, you can see people leaving the building.
For me, it should be with NXT, and it would pop a lot more because you'd have a great crowd with NXT.
Or if you're not gonna do that, which I agree with you, have it before SmackDown.
Yes.
Have it before SmackDown.
At least people would be in the building, okay, and it could be sort of like a pre-show.
7 to 8.
Yes.
7 to 8. You get excited, and then SmackDown comes out. So yeah. So we're gonna go to the next match.
Just phone turned off again.
And it's live TV. You know that, guys.
So. Next match is the tag team title match for SmackDown. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
Okay. Taking on Heavy Machinery.
A good match. I really enjoyed this.
This was fun, and the crowd made it fun.
Yes.
And I'm really happy that at least the people that were in attendance made this a really nice match.
Tacoma, we want to salute you.
Yes.
Because you guys were great, and I think you guys deserve better pay-per-views.
Yes.
In the future, because all of you show that like you guys care about wrestling as much as we do.
Amen to
and
that.
it reminds me of the segment from The Rock and Triple H when he was saying all the quotes from WCW.
Yeah.
Because there was a championship match during that show. It was Triple H against The Rock in 1998, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Because I remember when The Rock goes, Tacoma championship match. And Shawn Michaels was the commissioner at that time. See? That's a trivia right there for you guys. But very fun match. I feel the only thing that I will say is I don't know if I like Daniel Bryan in the tag team. To me, they're not cashing in all what Daniel Bryan really can give.
Right now, I'm okay with it. He's doing okay with the tag team titles. I feel like they're trying to put more effort into the tag team division. That's why I think he's
there.
He's there. So, at least that's my opinion right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with it. Plus, at least it gives Eric Rowan a chance to have spotlight shown on him.
Yes.
Now, plus, you have Heavy Machinery there, and you have them wrestling with a Daniel Bryan, which is nice.
It is true. It is true.
Now, Daniel Bryan, I agree. You have him come back, and you have him lose to fucking Kofi Kingston. I don't agree with that at a WrestleMania or anything like that. He was fucking on fire as WWE champion. I would have had him retain and still be going on a fucking run and a tear with the WWE championship. But right now, if you have him come back, I just don't know. I don't know what you would put him in. There's all sorts of different ways that you can get him out of this. My issue is actually not this, because they won this match and they kept the tag titles. I would have liked to seen Heavy Machinery win. I think I kind of would have liked that because Heavy Machinery is an up-and-coming tag team.
And they're more of a tag team.
They are.
And they're going to stay a tag team.
They're more of a tag team right now. Maybe it's not their time yet. I'm okay with them losing this match because I do like Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan as a tag team right now. I do like the whole like
the green, the world, save the world.
I kind of like that. I like that with Daniel Bryan. My issue is more so when Daniel Bryan took the pin. I don't know if that was Raw or if that was on SmackDown.
I think it's SmackDown.
That was my issue, that Daniel Bryan took the pin.
He's been taking the pin a lot.
I don't like that. I don't like that he's been taking pins. That's my issue.
He's been taking the pin a lot.
Okay? You don't have...
It should be Rowan.
Yes.
It should be Eric Rowan.
I don't like that. That's my issue, is that Daniel Bryan's been taking the pinfalls. No. To me, a man of that stature needs to be saved. He needs to be
You need to protect him a little more.
You do. I need him to be more protected. I need him to be safe. And, I don't know. I feel very upset about that. That's the only thing I'm really upset about. Otherwise, the match was very good. There was a lot of good spots. People were very hot for this match. I liked it. And to me, Heavy Machinery looked very good in the match.
And like I said, I really like Otis.
Yes.
Otis makes the crowd go wild, and that's a legit thing. Their moveset is really interesting.
One of them did a moonsault off the top. Landed kind of bad on Daniel Bryan. That's what I was worried about, because the medics were there looking, because he almost, his leg landed, I think, on, Daniel Bryan's head.
Oh, wow.
And that was the one spot that I remember they were immediately at Daniel Bryan checking him out to make sure everything was okay. So, thank God everything was okay. But that, to me, makes me more suspicious that WWE lied about all of Daniel Bryan's issues.
It might be because of Roman. There's always going to be an urban legend right there.
I always think
we have an urban legend right there, and Daniel Bryan right there.
Yes, I do believe that whole thing was... They pulled him out to make the Roman push.
Just to start the Roman agenda right there. But like I said, I do think that they needed to keep the title, but I wouldn't been upset if Heavy Machinery would have won it.
I agree.
Because like I said, Otis and his tag partner, I enjoy their work. And I know at some point they're going to be champions.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the Caterpillar. It's something that you can really take advantage of because it reminds you of the Worm.
Yeah.
And it is like a newer version of Too Cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool, but...
No. I don't think they'll get as hot.
There will never be a Scotty Too Hottie and Grandmaster Sexy used to be, but at least, something...
Fans get into it.
Yes, exactly.
Fans get into it.
Yes. So, the next match in the card was...
The next match, Bayley taking on Alexa Bliss.
Don't hate on Alexa.
This man, like every other man in WWE...
Thank you.
I'll say the WWE Universe for the fans that want to call it that. I call it the fans. He's been in, I want to say hypnotized, just like all the other men. Okay, she is a beautiful woman. Okay, no doubt. Beautiful in the face. Beautiful ass, no doubt. Okay?
Beautiful.
No doubt.
Beautiful.
Beautiful woman, no doubt. Okay, but she is fucking god awful in the ring. Cannot wrestle for shit.
Very limited.
Okay?
Very limited.
You are being fucking generous just by saying that.
Very limited.
Okay?
Let's just say I have enough vocabulary to make it look nice.
Okay? I am quoting Bobby the Brain Heenan here. She cannot tell the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch. Okay? She is fucking garbage in the ring. Okay? She is simply there for her tits and her ass. Okay? She is a blonde bimbo. Okay? You know it, folks. That's why she keeps getting fucking title matches. Okay? I'm going past fucking stomping grounds. She didn't even fucking wrestle in the goddamn ring. Okay? Nikki Cross, because she can fucking wrestle, wrestled for her and got her a title match. Is that not sad? Okay? Nikki Cross should be fucking wrestling Bayley for the fucking women's championship. Okay? When's it gonna end?
I could not agree more. On that, I could not agree more. Because
Thank God here, fucking Bayley won. Fucking Bayley won, but now Bayley has to face Alexa fucking Piss again at Extreme Rules. Why? I ask why. Because she's blonde, has a nice ass.
And nice tits.
She has decent tits.
But that's because, well, I did watch the 365. And I guess she had to have implants. So she will overcome her eating disorders, which is something, okay, I understand.
No. She had implants because WWE wanted her to have
That's what
implants.
she said. I believe what
So,
she said.
no, full of
I
shit.
believe what she said.
So full of shit.
But when it comes to the wrestling, I agree with you. Bayley kept the title, and
Who has fucking implants to overcome her eating disorder?
according to what she said, is a psychological thing.
So bullshit.
It's a psychological thing.
She is full of shit. Charlotte had implants because WWE said you need bigger tits. Okay?
or Andrade Cien Almas demanded more.
Exactly. Okay? Men love big tits. Okay? Alexa Bliss is an attractive woman. Okay? Men are going to gravitate towards bigger tits.
Yes.
Okay? Don't believe she had it because of an eating disorder. Okay? She is full of shit.
Well, and when going back to the wrestling itself, I believe that Bayley needed to retain.
She did.
Because Bayley needs, she needs a legit push. Because she's never had a legit push. She's always been treated, I don't know if it was because of Sasha or just because of what she was portraying at that time. She was always treated like shit. And she's a good wrestler.
She's a very
She's
good
a good wrestler. So I was okay with her retaining. But like Ryan said, I do agree. Why in the fuck Nikki Cross need to grant title matches for Alexa Bliss? If anything, she should be granting title matches for herself. Because she's a good wrestler.
And you wonder why people are not watching your product right now, WWE. Your storylines don't make fucking sense. Okay?
And in somewhere along those lines, I feel that they're going to go back to 2 years ago. Extreme Rules 2017.
If they do
And
that,
Alexa Bliss is going to become the new SmackDown championship. The new champion again.
they do that, dude, I'm sorry, but people are going to be pissed.
Well, is Alexa pissed?
Okay?
So, for that reason, I just see it. Because
I do. I see.
it
I
makes
see.
sense on its own right now.
I do.
Think about it.
I do.
Extreme Rules, Extreme Rules.
I do.
Bayley
I see it.
Alexa, Bayley Alexa. Title on the line.
I see it. I see
Kendo stick match.
I do. I see it happening again. I see them taking the title off Bayley and putting it on her again simply because they love blondes with big tits and a nice ass.
If you're a decent booker, if you have two brain cells that work in this brain, you will actually do the opposite. Because remember, 2 years ago she couldn't grab the kendo stick.
2 years ago, Bayley looked like a fucking asshole
That's
because
what I'm
she
saying.
wouldn't beat the shit out of Bliss.
That's what I'm saying. This year, what you will do?
You would have Bayley
grab
take the
the
fucking stick and beat the fucking holy hell out of her.
You become Io Shirai against Shayna Baszler, and then you just cane the shit out of her. Am I right or am I right?
You are absolutely right.
And that will be the new Bayley. That will be a way for her to say my character is gone.
No more hugs.
No more hugs. No more
No more of the fucking inflatable shit.
Yeah, no more all that shit. But I feel that it was necessary for Bayley to retain just to solidify her reign as champion. So Bliss, I love you, baby. So you're good in my book. We have different opinions.
Complete whore.
So we're fine on that. Moving along.
Next one. I don't even want to talk about this goddamn match. Roman Reigns takes on Drew fucking McIntyre with Shane McMahon.
We said it already. Superman punch, spear.
Done.
Okay, moving along.
Fucking Reigns. Reigns, you suck.
You do suck.
Next, Kingston taking on Dolph Ziggler. Again, I don't know why this took place. It was a little different because it's in a steel cage match.
But the same garbage.
Yeah, same outcome. Kingston wins.
And the way that fucking Kofi wins, to me, that's so bullshit. So you just throw yourself out of the ring. Outside of the cage, and then you win.
I don't know. I was not really thrilled by this match. It's another fucking rematch. I don't know.
It was just terrible.
Yeah.
To me, the best way that like a heel won a championship match inside a steel cage was JBL.
No doubt.
No
doubt.
Way Out, all four.
I remember.
Against the Big Show.
I despise JBL because the man is an absolute asshole in real life.
But you gotta admit that before you used to love him.
No doubt. I will not. This is my thing.
Tell the whole story.
No doubt.
To the whole world.
In real life, the man is an absolute asshole. But I will never, in my life, deny that his run as WWE champion is one of the most legitimate runs in WWE
That's
history.
right.
The man, I absolutely love that run. Okay? The man was so good as a champion, and he only had one run, and to me, is one of my favorite runs as WWE champion. I loved how he cheated his fucking way
to
win out of every fucking match.
Yes.
Whether it was the triple threat match with Big Show and Angle.
Yes.
Whether it was that match with
a Big
steel
Show,
cage with barbed fucking wire.
Barbed wire.
Okay? Big Show is just ready to step onto the fucking ground to win the match, and you hear the fucking bell ring, and JBL retains. Because he choke slammed him through the fucking ring, and he gets out through the fucking ring, out through the ground.
He just crawls
through the ground. He's a fucking bloody mess.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah. I know that he enjoys to soak people's asses.
Oh my god.
But that was the best way to win inside a steel cage.
Oh my god.
Not that bullshit that you just throw yourself out of the cage.
No.
And they call him a leap of faith. Fuck that.
Fuck that. To me, he looks like a pussy.
Yes. Because he looks like he's desperate to win.
Right?
And a face doesn't do that.
No.
No.
To me, if anybody's supposed to do that, Dolph would, because he's a heel.
Exactly. And also, like, since when you can actually have a 3 count inside a steel cage? Supposed to be outside. You're supposed to go out of the cage.
For me, I understand there are WWE makes up rules as they go along.
And that's bullshit.
I've seen the different types of steel cage matches where they do the 3 count in the ring now, stuff like that. That doesn't bother me as much. This is what bothers me. Okay, WWE, if you ever fucking watch this video, okay?
You will.
Okay? This is what bothers me. When you have a submission, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay? Right? If it doesn't drop, okay, he's still in the match. If it does, then it's done.
It is.
Okay? I don't want to see a submission where the ref just goes,
done.
And it's done.
Done.
No. Okay? What happened to the arm drop?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That's what bothers me.
Yes.
Okay?
So, to me, the match is just the same stuff that we watched on SmackDown in the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. You
Same thing that we saw in Super Showdown. Same thing that we watched 8 years ago in 2010 when they fought for the United States Championship. Nothing has changed. Only leap of faith.
Lack of creativity.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. So, moving along.
That's it?
No, but Seth Rollins against Baron Corbin.
I don't want to talk about that shit. I mean, good lord. Okay.
What?
The only thing... What? Okay. Rollins looked like an asshole, right? He's going around cracking people with chairs,
Yes.
right? You can't find a referee. So Corbin, what does he do? He brings out fucking Lacey Evans, okay? Because that relates to the fucking storyline in the beginning of the show.
With Becky Lynch.
Okay? Lacey Evans comes out. Becky Lynch looks like a goddamn asshole throughout the entire match because she's not coming out to help her fucking boyfriend. And Michael Cole throughout the fucking first match, okay, is referencing, well, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are fucking dating. Okay?
So you know that something's going to happen at the end.
Right? So you already are knowing.
You know.
And then throughout this fucking match, all you hear is, well, Becky Lynch, where's Becky Lynch? That's her boyfriend. Where's Becky Lynch? Where's Becky Lynch? You know she's going to come out at some point. And then, of course, Lacey Evans make it a no DQ match. This is no count out. This is that. Then, of course, Becky Lynch comes out, done, and then fucking Rollins retains.
This reminded me of what Bobby Heenan did to Hogan for the NWO. And you were the very first person to know that. He already spit out the result.
Of course.
Is he the third man?
Done.
Is he the third man?
Of course.
Yeah, he's the
To
same
me,
shit.
that ruined everything.
That ruined the whole thing when the NWO was formed. So to me, it's the same thing. It's like the fact that they were referencing that thing throughout the whole entire show is telling you she's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Or something in those lines is gonna happen. Whereas, like, I would have rather have Lesnar.
No doubt.
But of course, you can have Lesnar because it's not in his contract. Because you don't have like $5 million just to pay him to do 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you got to do this bullshit, and now it's going to be the main event for Extreme Rules.
That's another thing that's bothering me. Okay. Now, we had Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins at what? Showdown.
Now
Okay.
it's 3 pay-per-views in a row.
Lacey Evans and Becky Lynch showdown. Okay. Then you had it here at this fucking stomping ground, which didn't need to fucking happen. Now you're going to have them together in a mixed tag match as a fucking main event with the titles on the line. How is that a main event match?
Just because the titles are on the line.
Right? No.
If I want to watch a mixed tag team match, I'd rather watch Beth Phoenix and Santino Marella against Kofi Kingston and Mickey James.
Right?
And the heels won.
I'd rather watch JBL soap edge his ass.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
Read Edge's book. That's sexual assault. I can't believe that JBL actually did that.
So to me, it was just a stupid match. Like I said, we don't need to see Seth Rollins against Baron Corbin 3 pay-per-views in a row.
I don't understand WWE's booking.
If you're going to do that, I would much rather see McIntyre against Seth Rollins for the championship.
I would.
Because McIntyre is a legit contender. Although he's bullshit right now.
That's my only issue with your statement there. To me, he's not a legit contender now because they made him look so garbage.
Because for twice, I said it before when we did the review for Mania. Why in the fuck you need to have face Reigns if he's gonna lose? And not even a year after, 2 months after, you have the same fucking match and the same fucking outcome.
To me, I'm
Why?
I just don't understand why you're pushing Reigns like you are again. The man is having the same outcome that he had before. All you're getting is booze.
Nobody cares about the guy.
Nobody.
Nobody cares
If you
about
want people to care about the guy, you're going to have him lose, or you're going to have to turn the fucker heel. Have him join Shane McMahon, and have him be heel.
If he will do that, it will be such a shock that like people actually will I want to watch again.
Yeah.
You gotta pull out a shocker to make people invested and interested again.
I would much rather have him turn heel and be, hey, you know what? Instead of having Shane win the title, have Shane say, listen, you know what? I'm not going to be champion, but I have somebody who's going to fight for me to be champion, and Reigns comes out.
Or like
something like that.
Shane is the champion, but Roman fights for him.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You'll have Reigns be the one who turns heel and is like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting against you. I'm going to fight for you. And be heel.
I'm tired of like people just not turning him heel just because of the Make-A-Wish thing and all of that. Who cares? There's no more kayfabe. You tell the kid is only a character. I'm not mean.
This is the thing.
I'm not mean.
This is the thing. Okay? You can always create another babyface to go in there and be nice to all these Make-A-Wish kids.
Yes.
If he's a fucking heel, you have other baby faces that can become, these guys, whatever.
Fucking Finn Balor.
Tell all the Make-A-Wish kids. Okay, I was a Make-A-Wish kid at one point. Okay? All you have to do is tell them, listen, it's fake! It's all predetermined.
Yes. So this is our review for Stomping Grounds.
Oh.
Hope you enjoy it. See, you can tell we're both fired up.
Oh my god.
It was a pay-per-view that, like, at least the wrestling skill was right there.
Yes.
We enjoyed the wrestling part of it. The results, the outcomes, all of those things were very predictable. Nothing out of the ordinary took place.
No.
So we want to thank you all. We'll be back with more Raw Break pretty soon. And Ryan has a message for you guys. We have DVDs in case that like you share the page.
Yes, please.
You let us know.
I'll do it right here.
Yep.
I have a number of different things here. DVDs, autographs.
We have some goodies for you guys.
Different things like that. If you guys please ask other people to subscribe to the channel on YouTube, on Facebook, follow us, different things like that. If you're into wrestling, if
High
they're
spots.
into wrestling.
See, the Lucha Brother.
There's all sorts of shit I have. All sorts of DVDs.
We'll mail them to you.
I have autographs, different
Ric
things like
Flair,
that.
right here, guys. We're better than JD here. We offer stuff. All right? There you go. Daniel Bryan Danielson. There you go. The beginnings of Daniel Bryan. For the people who don't know that he started in the Indies, right here. Matches with Shelton Benjamin, with CM Punk, for free. Only for subscribing to the page and for sharing the videos.
Yes, please.
Because we want to actually thank you for the amount of views that we had in the last video.
Yes.
It's been an overwhelming situation, and we want to thank you all for the support, for just letting us be part of your house and let us be part of your life. And we're going to keep delivering more videos for you guys. More content is coming. Better things are coming from Robrick.
Yes.
So we'll be back soon.
Ada!